This research you break up into two cohorts, those immediately pre-retirement and those immediately post-retirement. We see that as the kind of challenging decade in Australian financial services or retirement, because people are starting to worry about how they retire. And then they're kind of worried when they retire about how this is going to affect them. What's the difference between the two cohorts at the moment?
Yeah. Well, we call them pre-retirees, so they're sort of about 5 to 10 years out of retirement, and they tend to be about 45 plus in this sample. With them, they're thinking now that they need nearly close to $1 million to retire. So that's increased by about 18% in the last 2 years.
That's a substantial change.
Yeah.
Is that just cost of living or is that confidence?
It's a few things. You get people's expectations have potentially increased, but you also get they seeing that their own costs at an everyday level are increasing. So by the time they get to retirement, they're sort of imagining, I'll probably need nearly $1 million to retire. The retirees, on the other hand, they're sort of around thinking about like 800,000 somebody would need to retire today. So it's a little bit less. But their expectations of what you need to retire on has increased by about 30% in the last 2 years. So there's something kind of quite interesting going on between the two groups.
So when you did this research, you created two cohorts. You created pre-retirees, those about 5 to 10 years out from retirement, and those who had immediately retired. What were the critical differences between those groups?
Yeah. So between the two groups is you find that pre-retirees tend to be in more kind of financial distress than retirees. We know this anyway from other research as well.
Is that affected by wealth, or is just everyone concerned as they come to it?
I think concern as they're coming to it. There's a bit of anxiety as they move into retirement. They're also still in that planning stage. They're still trying to get their ducks in a line, where they're really still in that accumulation stage. Potentially kids are in college, that kind of area, where by the time they've retired, they're it's a little bit of more settling. It's, the plan is already in place. That helps with confidence. And we know that that's where the kind of differences can lie in that. We also know that older Australians do tend to be more wealthier than younger Australians, and especially, that 45 plus age, they're under a lot of financial pressure at the moment.